Welcome along to the latest episode of the Laura and Becky Show. So regular listeners will know the story. We were on the radio together. We got the sack. We didn't know what we were going to do, how we were going to pay our bills. So what did we do? We took off to Mallorca with no money and spent it on rosé, pale rosé obviously, and limoncello. Had a great time and decided to start this podcast.
We are now sponsored by Red Brick Estate Agents, the Summer Beach Club at Meadowhall and Twycross Zoo, which is where we are right now.
Can we just describe where we are though? Because again, regular listeners to the podcast know that we have a fear of boardrooms. We never ever have a meeting in a boardroom, do we? We like to go to wine bars.
Yeah, coffee shops,
anywhere informal basically.
Yeah.
If we have a meeting with you, we'll always try and steer you towards those kind of places.
Yeah. There's a reason they're called boardrooms.
What is it, Law?
It's boring, isn't it?
Because they're boring. We did have a meeting once in a boardroom at Meadowhall, didn't we?
Yes.
And it scared the living daylights out of us. We both started getting a stress rash and getting really intimidated and nervous. And Adam from Twycross, he knows that we hate a boardroom. He knows this well. We had the conversation with him, and where's he stuck us today?
We're in a boardroom. I have to say though, it's a very nice boardroom. As far as boardrooms go, this is probably the best we've been in. I particularly like the coving.
The coving is nice.
Mirror.
The windows
are lovely.
And they look out onto the zoo. So the chairs. Let's just talk about the chairs for a minute.
Delightful.
They're like leather, sort of comfy ones. So, do you know what?
We're all right. It's got a fireplace.
That is a nice fireplace.
Some biscuits.
Yeah, as long as you've got biscuits, then we're all right, aren't we? But Adam, we're not doing a presentation in this boardroom, okay? if that's what you're expecting, you're going to be disappointed.
So we are back at the zoo. I feel like I've been here quite a lot, actually.
You were here last week, weren't you?
Yeah. Also, I've just said to Adam, my laptop now just connects automatically to the Wi-Fi here. So I'm part of the furniture.
You need to move in. You could go in with the chimps, maybe.
Right.
Just move the chimps.
You had to think about what you were going to say then, didn't you?
I was going to say monkeys, and then I thought I'm going to get told off.
You're going to get told off today.
Yeah, we are. But we're looking forward to today, aren't we? Because we're doing some kind of activities here, aren't we?
Yeah, so later on, we're going to play Carrot or Parrot with some visitors.
This game has become notorious.
Legendary.
Yeah, it really has. We were just saying before, not that we're getting carried away or anything, but we were just saying that we think it's going to replace The Chase.
I think it should.
On TV.
It's like
that
Mr.
good?
or Mrs., isn't it?
Yes.
Just Carrot or Parrot.
People enjoyed it. And Adam, you enjoyed it, didn't you?
Adam loved it. But first of all, though, we've got some guests on our podcast, and we love having guests, don't we?
We do indeed.
Yeah. So this basically is where Becky's going to get in trouble. Now, you always say monkey. I actually don't want to be. I'm going to throw you under the bus here.
Oh God,
because you're worse than me.
Yeah. What do you call them?
Well, like apes.
Anything else?
Orangutans, bonobos.
Bonobos. That's them.
Yeah. So
yeah, I feel a little bit intimidated here because we have got some zoo experts here who are eyeballing me as I say monkeys.
Okay. So first of all, can you introduce yourselves, please? Who's going first?
Hello, I'm Kelly. I'm a primate keeper at Twycross Zoo for 2 years.
Okay.
Oh, just quickly. So primates.
Hang on a sec.
Primates. Are they monkeys?
Primates are monkeys, but not all primates are monkeys.
It's so confusing.
Dear.
You've lost me already. You're going to have to speak in layman's terms to me with this.
So Kelly and...
Hi, I'm Sophie, and I look after the great apes here at Twycross Zoo.
Wow, okay, right. So, first of all then, how long have you been working here for?
I'm quite new. I've only been here about 1.5 years now.
Okay.
And how are the great apes treating you?
They've been very kind to me. It depends on the day. Today I'm looking after the orangutans, and they've been wonderful orange angels today.
Oh, have you got a favourite?
You can't have a favourite.
I could never share that, I'm afraid.
It's like
I don't want them to know.
It's like picking one of your children, isn't it?
Yeah,
And saying that's, I mean, you always have a favourite secretly, but you can't say it publicly.
I think it changes daily as well, depending on who's
how
behaving.
they behave. Yeah. Is there a little baby one at the moment?
He looks like a baby, but he's actually 6.5. So he looks like a little baldy baby. He'll be fully grown at about 12 years old, and he's going to look like his dad, who is massive.
His dad's massive. Yeah, I saw his dad. What are their names?
Their names are Batu is the adult male, Malaku is our adult female, and their son is Bazuki, who's the 6.5-year-old.
Great names.
So when you say you're looking after them, what are you doing?
It's a little bit of everything. So today, the most important thing, they have to have a nice clean enclosure and they need to have good food to eat. So today I went in, and of course we can't go in with the orangutans. They're incredibly dangerous, very muscly, big teeth. They could hurt you by accident, and they're territorial as well, so they can hurt you on purpose.
Right.
So my first task of today is to ask them to go into a different area of their enclosure. And I've done this for the last...
You ask them?
I have food, and I say, hey, if you come in here... Maybe
Do you
we
actually?
can strike a deal, and they know the routine. We do this every day. The last 2 days they have said no. And if an orangutan doesn't want to move, there is nothing in the world you can do that's going to make it move. So you just have to go back and be like, have you had time to consider my offer? And then eventually they did come in. But today, as I said, they were wonderful angels. I went past. I had parsnips, and they were like, oh, okay, I could see them looking. And then they all went into the area I wanted them to go into. I could clean their main day place, and it's all beautiful and sparkly before the visitors arrive.
It sounds very polite, doesn't it?
Doesn't it? Yes. Have you had
Getting
time to
rude
think
won't
about
get you
moving?
anywhere.
Is there like something you mentioned parsnips, they particularly like, this is going to get him to move?
I think if we're getting desperate, they really love porridge. So nothing crazy. It's literally just oats and water. But when you're starting to be like, I really, really want to clean now, guys.
Yeah.
It's oats and water, and you kind of casually walk past with the porridge and see if you can garner any interest.
They go mad for it, do they? Mad for the porridge.
Orangutans are probably like the least expressive of the great apes, so maybe like they'll raise an eyebrow slightly. They're not loud like chimps and bonobos. Gorillas, they live in groups, so they've got some like rumbles and cough noises that they make. Whereas if an orangutan makes a noise, it tends to be because it's really, really angry.
Oh.
So a quiet orangutan is good, but yeah, they don't have many facial expressions because they don't live in groups, so they don't really have the need for that. So
Right.
I think they're the hardest to read, just because for us, chimps and bonobos, we can kind of read the facial expressions. So there's lots of stuff that you can mistake. Like, a smile for them is fear, whereas for us, hey, it's a smile.
Yeah.
Orangutans, it's even harder to read.
Wow.
It's fascinating, isn't it? What made you want to get into great apes? I nearly said monkeys.
Yeah, well done. Great apes. I think I like primates overall. So monkeys, the smaller apes, and the great apes, they're all primates. And then you've got the split between monkeys and apes, and then the split between great apes and small apes. But we'll get to that.
Did you get all that?
Yeah.
I was offered about 5 years ago now. I got a placement back when we were in the EU. They used to do an exchange program. And I got a placement working in a chimpanzee sanctuary in Spain. How lucky is that?
Oh, wow.
And then I spent the year there looking after the chimpanzees. I ended up staying on, and they're just really wonderful animals to work with. And I thought, this is for me.
Oh, amazing.
I love that.
Whereabouts in Spain?
Near Barcelona.
Lovely.
It's a city called Girona, where Game of Thrones was filmed in some of the places there.
Oh,
so the
amazing.
Shame Stairs been there, yeah.
Partial to a sangria?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Doesn't like sangria. Great apes is is a gorilla a great ape?
Yes.
Right, good. Okay.
We went to see there's a few gorillas, isn't there, here? But there's one who's a proper big
He's
boy.
big. Is it the silverback?
Is,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
So Adam took us sort of around the back way and we got a bit of backstage access, and we got up close and personal,
He's
obviously
big.
with a wire mesh in between. But the size of his nostrils,
Big, isn't he?
so big.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they look terrifying. So when you're up that close, they look really scary.
I mean, he's a big guy, but Umbi is the name of our silverback. He's the first silverback gorilla I've ever worked with, but I'm told he's actually a sweetheart in terms of silverbacks. You can have some very bossy ones. But to put him in perspective, he's a Western lowland gorilla. There are 4 different types of gorillas, and Western lowland are the smallest.
No.
Yeah, so
Says
the biggest
bigger
are the
than
mountain
him.
gorillas, like the ones in Gorillas in the Mist, and they're even bigger.
Oh,
Not a
my
huge amount
days.
bigger, but even bigger than him.
Oh my.
That is scary. This is probably a really inappropriate question, but
God.
it's something that we have both discussed at length, and something that we know our listeners will want to know as well.
Oh,
So
God.
I'm just going to ask it. So, a gorilla
Yeah.
or a tiger, which one would you last longer with? If you threw me into the enclosure, which one are you going to last longer with?
Tiger.
You're gonna die either way.
Oh my god!
But I feel like the tiger would just get there faster. I think maybe with the Umbi, our gorilla, he's a little bit of a wuss. So I think there'd be like a slight hesitation. Then he would kill you.
Right, just a slight. What are you doing here? Right, now I'm going to go for you. Yeah, I can't imagine him being a wuss. Can you?
No.
Yeah.
He was making some noises. Do you remember? He was like going like that, and then he started going, and it was so loud, wasn't it?
He is quite the animal, isn't he? Yeah.
But he's rather handsome as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, quite a handsome big guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I realise I keep nodding, which is useless for a podcast.
It's fine. Yes,
handsome.
he is. Yeah. They're all handsome. Which is, I know you can't say a favourite, but which do you prefer working with?
I think my favourite to work with is probably the bonobos.
Yes. Now there is a baby bonobo, isn't there?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
He's 1.5.
He's
now.
very cute. Yeah, he kind of just hung on to his mum. Then he'd run off and she'd run after him and like grab him. And
Are these the ones that we fed the bonobos? We threw nuts in, didn't we? Yeah.
Well, attempted to throw nuts.
I threw nuts, but then I didn't quite get it over the enclosure. They all came back on us, didn't they? Which was a bit painful.
So you're not the first, and you won't be the last.
Oh, right. Okay. Kelly, let's talk to you, shall we?
Yeah.
So, explain kind of what you do here. Now, you started off in guest services, you were saying, with the humans.
I did. I started off working with one of the great apes, the human being.
Yes.
I started working in the guest services department as somebody that worked on the soft play. So I helped look after the kids and give entry onto the soft play.
Yeah.
And
That was probably more work than in the zoo, wasn't it? The soft play.
yeah, definitely as much cleaning
Yes.
as some of my monkey enclosures. So yeah, and then graduated into the till booths, which was a lot more peaceful.
Yeah.
And then stayed in there for about a year. Gained the notice of the education team for when I would talk to visitors. They noticed that I knew what I was talking about. And then the education team offered me a position with them, worked with them for 5 years or so. And then a position came up on primates, and the team leader of primates asked, would you be interested, maybe try applying? So I applied, and they thought that I was a good candidate, and I've been with primates now 2 years. It will be in November.
Amazing.
And did you know, when you were working on guest services, obviously you get to know the zoo and you get to know the animals here, were you thinking, I want to be with primates? Or was there somewhere else you thought, I wouldn't mind being there?
There was somewhere else.
Yeah.
So when I joined the education team, we had what we would call the walkthroughs. So you got the lorikeet walkthrough, the butterfly walkthrough, which are still open. And then we also had the lemur walkthrough, which is closed for now. But throughout the day, you would move between the 3 walkthroughs, and my job was to stand there and educate people about the animals that were in there, but then also make sure that the animals themselves were okay. So I'd liaise with the keepers and make sure that they were up to date on what the animals have been getting up to. And the lemur walkthrough was my absolute favourite, because in there we had 2 red ruff lemurs, Fang and Nadia, who are still at the zoo today, so hopefully you can go and see them. But then we also had 8 ring-tailed lemurs. All of them were males, and all of their names began with Z. So that was fun. And of course, one of the main things that people ask you when you come to the zoo is, what's their names?
Yes.
So
Yeah.
I still remember their names to this day, even though they've moved on from us. But I have to say it in a certain order, or I will forget them.
Go on then, go for
go.
it. We need to hear this.
Zach, Zeus, Zephyr, Zeno, Zoran, Zorro, Zazu, and Sylvester.
I think I repeated one there.
Literally. And these are the ones that kind of, when you walk through, they jump on you, don't they? They sort of go on your shoulder.
They could. Ours were very well behaved, though. So in other zoos, they might do that, but ours never did. And it was because we had a policy here of we don't hand feed our primates if we can help it. To make sure that they don't associate humans with food. So ours never really did. There was the odd occasion where they were very naughty and they would try, and there was the odd occasion where somebody would accidentally bring in an ice cream, and I would end up radioing, Zeno's got an ice cream, which was always fun.
Love
and
it.
You can never get that back off of them.
No.
But yeah, they're generally quite friendly animals.
Yeah.
Yeah, a bit like seagulls, isn't it? When they steal your chips when you're at the beach. When a massive one comes down, you know you're not getting it back.
Yeah. The gulls are more scary than the lemurs, that's for sure.
So you've worked here for how many years then?
Oh gosh, I started in 2016. It was Mother's Day 2016 was my first day.
And what makes it so special working here?
It's a variety of things. We've got such an amazing variety of animals. We're the only zoo that has all 4 great apes in the UK. So
really?
Yeah. So
I didn't
you
even
cannot
know
see
that.
bonobos anywhere else in the UK. So that is very special.
Yeah.
So not the animals that I work with, but definitely something that is important. They've got my favourite bird here of all time in the butterfly house, the Victoria crowned pigeon, which I'm sure when most people hear pigeon, they think of the pigeons that we have on our lawns, but look up Victoria crown pigeons. They're amazing birds.
Okay.
And
they won't eat the butterflies?
No, don't eat butterflies at all. They might give you a slap on the leg if you get too close, but they're generally quite polite. Very beautiful birds. But then, of course, we have one of the biggest collections of primates as well in the UK, and we've got such a variety of monkeys in themselves. That it's just an absolute privilege to be able to work with so many different kinds.
Yeah. Okay, you've just mentioned monkeys.
Yes.
Let's delve a bit deeper,
I'm pleased
shall
that
we?
you've just said the word monkeys.
Right. On a scale of 1 to 10, how annoyed do you get when people call monkeys when they're not monkeys? Go on, be honest. Do you kick off a bit, Kelly?
When I first started, it would be a 9.
Right.
After being in education for so long,
that's rage.
It's now
Pure
like a 2.
Were you walking around the zoo with like steam coming out of your ears and your nose? Someone said the M word.
Kelly's on the rampage.
Yep.
Right. So, okay, explain them. What's the difference between? Well, what is a monkey?
Okay. Easiest way to explain it.
This has been explained to us by Adam
many times.
Yeah.
We've been told a lot.
So, easiest way to explain it is there are a group of animals called primates.
Okay.
Within primates, you have monkeys, you have apes, and you also have prosimians. Just to throw a wrench in the works.
I've heard of that one before.
So prosimians, that's your lemurs. They have long faces with wet noses and long tails.
Right.
Then you have your monkeys,
Okay.
which have long tails generally.
Right.
And then they have flat faces with dry noses, so faces more similar to ours.
Okay.
And then you have the great apes, apes in general, which have no tails, flat faces, and dry noses.
What's with the dry and the wet nose?
So like how cats have a wet nose, and dogs have a wet nose
Dogs
that helps
have wet
them
nose.
to smell.
Yes.
That's what lemurs have. Like if you were to touch their nose, it'd be wet because that helps them to smell.
Right, but the great apes don't. They
They
have dry
don't, no.
noses.
So they're not as good as smelling things.
No, so lemurs
interesting.
are fantastic at smelling things because of that wet nose, because that's their main way of talking to each other is through smell. But since monkeys and that we diverged from the common ancestor, so we split off, we didn't communicate with smell as much, so we didn't need to keep a wet nose. So that's why we now have dry noses, and why monkeys have dry noses as well.
Okay.
Right. You got
I think so. I mean, it's kind of gone in, but I'm probably going to forget. And I probably will say the M word again at some point.
The trick that I always used to tell people was the best way to think about it is we are great apes. Human beings are great apes.
Okay.
Do we have a tail?
No, we don't. We don't,
So
Kelly.
If we don't have a tail and we're a great ape, then when you look around, just look at its butt. And
We used to have tails.
Look at its butt.
a long time
We
ago.
did used to have tails, though,
a
didn't we,
long,
no?
long time ago.
Right.
Before we diverged off from into apes.
What are the ones called? Talking about looking at their butts. I mean, monkeys' butts are actually quite interesting, aren't
very
they?
interesting.
They're really interesting. What are the ones? They've got like coloured butts. It's like blue, red.
I
You're
know.
Yeah.
Are they baboons?
Oh, you are very close. So we often think that they're baboons, but the one that are you thinking of like Rafiki from
Yes.
The Lion King?
Yes,
Everyone
him.
calls him a baboon. He's not a baboon.
Does that give you the rage, Kelly?
It does.
Are you at a 9 right now,
Kelly, don't go to
Yeah.
9.
Well,
Don't go to Disney World.
I'm at like a
You'll
7.
Kick off.
That he's actually a mandrill. And they
A
are the
mandrill.
largest species of monkey on the planet.
Oh, okay.
So everyone calls him a baboon, but he's not. He's a mandrill. Baboons do have the big butts,
Yeah.
but they're generally
Got
red.
Big butts.
Yeah.
But I cannot lie.
And they tend to have those big butts when they're feeling a little bit sexy.
Oh, so it kind of gets bigger as they're feeling sexier.
Pretty much, yes.
Interesting. So basically, the thing to take away from today is look at their butts.
Look at their butts.
Right.
Yeah, a
Okay.
butt will tell you everything you need to know about primates.
Not the noses.
Yeah, you look at the noses and look at the butts. So top to tail, literally.
This has been an education
I tell you what,
this morning.
this is the best way that anyone's ever described it. Sorry, Adam.
Yes.
But you did not mention butts.
I like to think I've been doing this for so long with
Yes.
education, so I've got a bit of a...
You are very
pass.
educationable.
Yeah, I love it,
That's
girls.
even a
Well
word.
done. You have taught us well there.
Yeah.
What do you think about our game as well? Because we're going to into the zoo, aren't we, later on? And I think Adam's going to let us loose with visitors, which is
Brave.
you sure you want to do that? Are you sure? Yeah, he's having doubts already. Look, so we are going to play our game that we've played on the podcast before, Carrot or Parrot.
Yes.
What do you think of it, girls?
I love it.
I wanted to play it as soon as they said it. I'm so ready.
You want to play it? Yeah.
I think we should.
Okay, let's pause then. I'll get some up and we'll play it.
Yes.
Yeah, coming up. Bear with.
I want to be the world champion of Carrot.
Okay, we are back. I've just had to put together Carrot or Parrot very quickly.
Well, we didn't have it prepared.
No, we
did
weren't
So
prepared,
we're
but we are
very
now.
last minute. I feel like we need like a little jingle for Carrot or Parrot, but we haven't got one. So
Yeah, maybe I'll put one in.
nice.
Here's the jingle. Right, okay. That was a great jingle. Okay, so do you want to play this, well, what do you think, together or
Why don't we do it together and let them confer? Why not?
do you think?
Yeah, together.
Yeah.
Okay, right. Quite simple. Would you like me to tell you the rules of Carrot or Parrot?
Yes.
We're going to give you a name of either a carrot or parrot. All you need to say is that's a carrot or that's a parrot.
And these are genuine names
Yeah.
as well. It's not made up. They're genuine.
Yeah. Do you understand the rules of the game?
I understand, Kelly. Do you guys?
How
Yeah.
are you nervous?
A little bit, actually.
Yeah.
I've been talking like we're going to be able to be good at this.
I
but-
think you will be.
Well, you just went before we paused. You went, I want to be the world champion in Carrot or Parrot. So we're going to see. Do you
You
know
heard
much
it here
about
first.
parrots? Obviously, you work at Twycross Zoo.
I know a little bit about a very specific group of parrots, but once
Okay.
you go outside there, and I was like, oh yeah, if they bring up just macaws, it'll be great. But then during the break, I was like, oh, actually, cockatoos exist.
Right.
And so do all the other parrots in the world.
Okay.
But hopefully your list is very macaw biased.
Well, I feel like we might be about to educate you here.
I doubt it.
Yeah.
We'll go for it.
We'll try.
see. Also, as well, we probably can't pronounce these, so this is going to be interesting. Okay, right. Are you ready?
Ready.
Great. Okay. Let's start with Napoli. Is that a carrot or a parrot?
Carrot, what do you reckon?
I reckon that's a carrot.
Carrot, you saying carrot? You are correct.
Oh, girls,
Yes.
well
Yes.
done.
Well done.
Okay, at least we're not getting zero.
Whoop,
That's,
whoop.
that's good to know.
Okay. A viper. Is that a carrot or a parrot? By the way, I'm loving Adam's face. He's so into this. You're like the audience. You're like, oh, come on, girls.
You look really tense, Adam.
Okay, carrot or parrot? A viper.
Just because of the Avi at the front, I want to say parrot. But otherwise, I have no other thing.
I want to say parrot as well.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's a
girls,
carrot.
it's a carrot. Damn.
Second hurdle.
Yes. I'm so disappointed.
Also, that's quite an aggressive name for a carrot, don't you think?
Yeah.
Who wants
Who
to buy a
knew?
viper carrot?
Okay, a Western Rosella.
Oh, definitely a parrot. That one I do know.
Oh,
Oh, well,
straight
I'll go
in
with
there.
parrot then.
Confidence.
Parrot.
Parrot.
Final
You sure?
answer?
Yeah.
You sure? You are correct.
Yay.
Well
Yes.
done. Okay, next one. Hyacinth.
Parrot.
Parrot.
They're the parrots.
They know their parents, don't they?
Devastated about
good.
But,
parrot.
mate, go for a really
I love a
confusing one.
hyacinth macaw.
Okay,
Beautiful
okay.
birds.
Come on, let's try and trip them up here.
An imperator. Is that a carrot or a parrot?
I want to say parrot. But I just apparently just love saying parrot until it's right.
It will be a parrot. I'm going to go with parrot as well.
It's a carrot.
Oh, another aggressive name for a carrot.
Do you want to say one? You say one.
Okay. Right. I'm really going to
By the
try.
way, this is a great game, isn't it? Adam loves it.
I'm enjoying this more than the chase, significantly more.
Oh,
There are-
great. Yeah, Anne Hegarty, who?
Okay, a Socorro.
Ooh.
I have no idea.
It rings a bell, but I don't know.
Have you bought it for your Sunday lunch? Or have you heard it in the zoo?
Well, we might have heard it in the zoo preparing
Oh,
Socorro
God.
carrots for our monkeys and apes to eat. So who knows?
I'm going to have to
I have
rush
no
you girls.
idea.
I'm gonna have to
Socorro.
That's,
Carrot or parrot?
Well, if one of us goes carrot and one of us goes
No, you
parrot,
can't
then
do
we
that.
Oh, girls, that's not how this works. Absolutely not.
Guys,
I'm gonna say carrot because we've not said carrot in a while, and that's all I've got going.
Let's go with carrot then.
Sure.
Yeah.
Final answer. Oh, girls, it's a parrot. We had them. Mate, we had them. Yes. Whoop, 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 whoop.
I think it's the way you said it as well. It's a goro. The parrot. It's a goro parrot. Okay, let's go with a glaucus.
Oh, I think.
Is that a parrot or a carrot?
That's a kind of cockatoo. I'm gonna go with parrot. Sorry if it's a carrot.
I think you might be right with parrot. I'm sure I've heard of a glaucus cockatoo before.
You are correct.
Oh,
Well
they're
done.
back
Well done.
on track, aren't
Well
they?
done. Okay, let's do one more.
A bolero.
Oh.
Oh my gosh, I have no.
Well, isn't that a cardigan?
I thought it was a piece of music, no? Carrot or parrot? Carrot or
I'm
parrot?
going to say carrot.
Yeah.
Carrot?
I don't think we've got a single carrot yet.
Are you sure?
No.
No.
You're correct. It is a carrot.
Well done. Do you know what? Out of 11, you got 6. You got
Hang
5
on.
right. I think. I don't know.
mean,
You got 1 wrong.
Yeah, it was
Did
just
you?
what was a Socorro? Was
I'm
it?
so bad at being a
Oh,
quiz
2. They got
master.
2 wrong.
You were good.
Anyway, you did pretty well there, girls. To be fair.
Yeah.
Thoughts on carrot or parrot?
Did you like it?
Really, really liked it.
Would you play it at Christmas with the family?
Definitely.
Should we bring that
gonna be
out as a
playing it
game?
I think so. I think you need to bring it into the zoo as well. Whoever looks after the parrots,
Yeah.
get them to start doing
Well,
it.
Adam's had an idea of getting like Mr. and Mrs. getting like ping pong paddles and having carrot, and you have to
Love
hold
it.
up carrot or parrot. It's
Yeah.
gonna be great. It's gonna this gonna earn us
We need to
millions,
trademark
guys.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Girls, you've been amazing. Thank you so much. And also, we've been educated today.
We have. Yeah, you've been great. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Right, so now we're off out. We're going to go round.
We're going MIA in Twycross Zoo.
Yeah.
Adam, you definitely still sure you want to take us out there and let us loose?
After that game, I'm positive.
Oh, Adam absolutely loves this.
Okay,
game.
let's do it.
Okay, let's go. So we are here by the Parrot enclosure, and we found some people to play parrot or carrot. So first of all, can I have your name? What's your name?
Riley.
Riley. Are you mum?
I am, yes, it's Hannah.
Hannah?
I'm Sarah.
Sarah? Is he going to play, do you think? Hi, Harry. Are you going to play carrot or parrot?
Parrot.
Or carrot. Do you want to have a go?
Can I have a go?
Yeah. Yeah. He's nodded, bless him. Okay, now.
It's going to be a team effort, yeah?
Team
Oh, yeah,
effort,
you can
guys.
confirm.
Okay, so first one I'm going to give you is a hyacinth. Is that a carrot or a parrot? Hyacinth. What do you think, guys? Harry thinks parrot. What are we thinking?
Carrot.
Oh, we've got conflicting here. I can tell you it is a parrot. Well done, Harry. Right, do you want to go one more? Yeah. Is this the most fun game you've ever played? Yeah, she's nodding. Yes. Yeah. Okay, right, next one. Let's go with a Western Rosella. Is that a parrot or a carrot?
Carrot.
You're saying parrot?
I think it's a parrot, I think.
Mum's saying parrot. What, do you want to change your mind?
Carrot.
You're saying carrot. What do you think, Harry?
Carrot or
He's
carrot?
thinking hard.
Parrot.
Parrot. I can tell you, it's a parrot. Well done. Well, you guys.
Seriously, you
I know.
Wow, you're really like the
Yeah.
hands were going.
Yeah. At Christmas, you can play this game. Or yeah, say I want to play carrot or parrot. Yeah. Guys, have a good day at the zoo. What's your favourite animal?
The orangutan.
The orangutans. Harry, what about you? Favourite animal so far today?
Giraffes.
You like the giraffe?
Oh, and what's your favourite game? Is it carrot or parrot?
Parrot.
Yeah, I will take those as a yes.
He gets the game.
He gets the game. Have a good day. Thanks, guys. Right. Okay, second round of carrot or parrot. So game's quite simple, guys. Going to give you a name. All you need to do is say carrot or parrot. Are we ready?
Ready?
Yes, we're ready. Okay, first one. Let's go with a bolero. Is that a carrot or is that a parrot? A what?
Carrot.
A carrot? Are we all in agreement?
Yes.
What's your name?
Felicity.
Felicity. You're correct. Well done. Let's do one more, shall we? Let's go with a glaucus. Do you think that is a carrot or do you think that is a parrot? Felicity is saying a parrot. Are we in agreement? Yeah. You're right. Well done. And that's the end of the game, Felicity. Is that the best game you've ever played?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, there we go. Thanks, guys. Have a good day. Right, so we're here with Nick. Now, Nick, explain your role here.
So I'm a bird keeper at Twycross.
We've got a bird keeper playing parrot or carrot, okay?
No pressure, Nick, but you need to get all of these right, okay?
Here we go,
You might
right.
be out of a job if you get these wrong.
So we're going to give you a name. All you need to say is if you think it's a carrot or a parrot.
parrot.
Yeah.
Okay.
You've got it. Here we go. First one then. A Napoli. Is that a carrot, Nick, or is that a parrot?
I'd say it's a carrot.
Carrot. He's right. Straight in there. Yeah, very well done. Okay, next one. A bolero. Is that a carrot or a parrot? Ooh.
I'll say carrot because I've not heard of a parrot that's called a
Okay.
bolero, but I could be wrong.
You're right. Nick knows his stuff. Okay, next one. A Carolina. Is that a parrot or a carrot?
It's a parrot.
It's a parrot.
He's so confident.
I know. I think you're the best we've had so far, Nick. One more then. A glaucus. Is that a carrot or a parrot?
That's a parrot.
It's a parrot. You're the champion. Nick, can I say you're the champion of this game?
No problem.
Congratulations. You still have your job.
Cheers.
Nick.